Hey everybody, Sensei Ron here. This training video, this instructional video is about the stance known as Kiba Dachi. Kiba Dachi for us in Kenpo Aiki Jitsu is usually called in English horse stance, sometimes horse riding stance, sometimes straddle leg stance. But Kiba Dachi is a fundamental stance, it's a foundational stance for lots of things, including some of our takedowns that we do. So let's go ahead and get into the instruction and the practice. Now, Kiba Dachi is at the beginning of the basic stance changing routine that one would do in a class. So we're going to have the bow in it too. It may seem a bit strange, but because it's the starting stance, we'll have the bow preceding it immediately. So in the future, you'll get used to that practicing sequence. So starting from Kiba Dachi, get skate, attention, rate, step left Kiba Dachi. Now I'm doing mirror image. I said step left. I'll be moving my right, but you can mirror image me and pretend as if you're looking into a mirror. So step left Kiba Dachi 2 times the width of your shoulders. Now when you're in a Kiba Dachi or any other stance for that matter, and you're practicing it, there's a checklist that you ought to memorize. Also, when you're learning it, you ought to memorize a checklist so you can go down and make sure you're doing all the parts. So in a Kiba Dachi, you've got the feet twice the width of the shoulders, toes of both feet pointing straight ahead. So if you had skis on your feet, although that would be awkward in the stance, they would still be parallel. You want to have your knees bent, slightly pushed to the side, sinking in your stance, sitting in your stance is another way to think of it. Shoulders square to the front, hammer portions of your fists clenched at your hip bones, looking straight ahead, but even as you're looking straight ahead, you don't have tunnel vision. You're taking in everything that you see, and elbows pointing straight back, like so. Once again from the attention position, so closing left to right, and we're going to go back down in the stance. Now, as we go into the stance, think that you're sinking. Easy way to remember it is to say to yourself or think to yourself, think, sink. I know the grammar's not proper on that per se, but you want to be sinking, mentally sinking into your stance as you go into it. So again, the checklist. Toes of both feet point straight ahead, feet approximately twice the width of your shoulders, knees bent, sitting down in your stance, hammer portions of your fist at your hip bones, clenched but not tight, just formed. Elbows pointing backwards, looking straight ahead. Good posture, shoulders square to the front. Thank you for tuning in and watching.